Alright, y'all. Back at it again.
Hello.
Ah, man. Another cold night.
2 degrees outside.
Wait, you don't want any heat?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
See how many jackets this man has? Okay, this is
Oh wait, don't move up so much because he might block that camera. The Sony.
Oh.
He might block him.
Oh,
Yeah.
alright. Well, back at it again with another episode of Don't Inhale. What y'all smoking on tonight?
I'm smoking the Rojas unfinished business. Quite a couple years on this already.
I'm also joining him. I'm also smoking something from Rojas. It's the street tacos, the Barbacoa.
And I'm smoking the Highclere Castle Victorian. Haven't tried this one yet.
I'm smoking Romeo Julieta número 3. I don't know the size, but hopefully it's good.
That's Spanish.
Before we get started, I do think I should move over there because the smoke's gonna get the lens.
What, like?
I could sit right. I could move that a little
Alright,
up.
just, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll be very
Yeah, just
careful.
keep it, yeah, or keep it on, like,
Be careful. Be
This is
careful.
only episode 3.
Can't drop the
Cerberus.
Be very careful.
Oh, did you check out
God even.
the one who just
Be very careful.
Nice.
Nearly not down there.
Nice. Alright. Cerberus.
Show the camera one more time.
Cerberus, guardian of the farm.
Nice. Alright. Let's get them cut.
Alright. This is like the time when you can get like slow mo shots and stuff like close shots where they start cutting it and like instead of it being silence right now, it's like
There needs to be like a table, a setup area where everyone cuts their cigar, and so it gets like,
yeah.
Man. If it wasn't cold, we would add all of that B-reel for y'all, but it's too much right now, man. The fact that we out
Y'all lucky you even get an episode.
You cut yours already?
It's already cut.
Nice. Man,
Sure,
this man,
I'll say no fake, you know?
Well, I think I did get it cut.
When you're in,
Yeah.
this man came prepared.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
you're gonna chop it in half.
Alright. So my cigar just smells like barnyard. Oh. That's a closed foot, so I can't really smell that. Let me see about the cold draw. Alright, pretty good construction. Nice airflow. Alright.
You can do whatever, man.
I got it here. Oh. Uh-oh.
I think that wires out.
Okay.
Cameraman, what are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
That one's out too.
You gotta angle it.
Alright, toasting the cigar. Toast. Oh. Too much fire.
You can't stop the fire now.
Too much
Inhale,
fire.
inhale at the same time. Not inhale, but you
I held it all.
watch your fingers.
Look at that. Perfect light.
Oh, man. You always be doing that.
Now you want to add straight?
Yo.
Just because the whole world's watching doesn't mean you can't be yourself.
That's
don't know, maybe
Crazy.
10 maybe
You're in Atlanta, man.
maybe 10 years from now, your mom might see this video.
Alright, initial combustion is
Make sure it's evenly burned. So you just want to make sure all around it is.
Blow on it. So you
Oh,
can
that's
see
good.
if it's
No, that's good. As long as the whole thing.
initial tasting notes. I'm getting like dark chocolate. But we'll see once the cigar settles.
It's working some.
Thanks.
That's
Yeah, this episode is brought to you by Squirt. Get you some.
And we're definitely
Get you
not
some.
sponsored. So this episode is actually brought to you by us.
Yeah. But alright guys, so let's talk about the big story of the week, right? The United Healthcare CEO was murdered in New York, and
So the guy was from Atlanta.
the guy was from Atlanta. And you know the crazy part about that whole story is this like the first week in a long time where I see the United States all like united on one opinion. You know, every rhetoric online I saw was like, "Oh man, he deserved it." You know, thank goodness. Like, you know, all those claims that they denied and rejected from people. Like, you know, he deserved what came to him. And I don't know, guys. Like at the end of the day, a human being still died. Like, isn't that kind of like sad? I mean, what are y'all thoughts on the whole situation?
You know about it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. What do you
Man,
think
it's
about
all-
it?
man, you know, people die every day. It's just another rich dude dying.
What was the motive behind the killing, though? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know much about it, honestly.
So like, you know, people think, right? It was like, you know, it was like a disgruntled customer, because like on the bullet cases, like it's like the three models that, like, you know, basically health insurance people use to, you know, deny claims.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, a payback. But like, so I don't know how true this is, but like I read this like earlier today. It's like United Healthcare got like hacked by like these hacker group, and like they paid like shit ton in like Bitcoin to get their keys back, but they never got it back. And during that whole time ordeal, like people couldn't, like, you know, get their claims in. So like during that whole time, you know, people were like, doctors were like going out of business, and like, you know, people weren't getting like their, you know, healthcare stuff, I guess. So like I could see people being, you know, very mad about that, and like taking out on them. But
Murder someone, that's a whole nother level of crazy.
yeah,
Just shit that happened.
I mean, like if it killed my mom and like my whole family because of that, you know, fuck up. Because like, you know, she couldn't get money for the treatment because they wouldn't approve it. Like it's like an acceptable crash out.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, at that level, you kind of want to pay back in a way. But
Yeah, but it's like, you know,
Same time, you should know you shouldn't do that shit.
yeah.
They literally change your life in a worse way, you know? Like, yeah, I guess insurance company and that guy fucked that dude up or his family over, but now his life is 100% fucked over.
You guys saw the video. That guy was a pro.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
fucked it, man.
He was like calm and collected. Just caught the
Yeah.
shell.
And then he said, like, they say, you know, he used that gun, so because like it's like the closest thing to like a real like a movie silencer, you know, like
It's a homemade silence.
yeah, like it does, like, you know, silencer don't work like it does in the movie, you know, in real life. But like that guns is like the closest thing because you have to do it every time.
Oh,
Yeah. It's like the assassin gun, basically.
Yeah, like he coupled a homemade silencer with like subsonic rounds. So, the shell casing didn't fully eject every time he shot. So he had to like rechamber the bullet every time.
oh, you got like jam.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and then another theory that people were saying is apparently the CEO himself was like doing some insider trading with the stock, and there was like a court in like I don't know, like some court in Maine or something was actually like suing the board that he had a seat on because of the whole insider trading business. That could be it. But at the end of the day, it's like, man, I understand that, like, yeah, like I don't know the guy, so I can't say like I feel sad or bad that he, this happened to him, but it's still, some human being at the end of the day that got killed over a reason that a lot of, if the whole internet is mad at one insurance company, I don't think that's fair. Because every insurance company, if you look at it, like they're trying to maximize their profits. So, they're trying to like deny your claims or find any reason to not pay you out. So to say like one person deserves it more than like all the other CEOs, it's like
It's like first time you see the memes and jokes about them. Like that has to be targeted. It's not like the people doing that. I don't know. Maybe it is. But it just seems.
Any assassination is always unfortunate. You'll never know the truth of it. Maybe with competition with other insurance companies, who knows?
Mhm.
That's it.
I feel like it would lean more towards the side of a hit rather than like someone who got real mad at the.
Wouldn't that be the best cover up?
Yeah, that's why they wrote the shit on the bullet and stuff like that. It's like a good cover up, right? Because they fucked a lot of people over, but like it was probably like an assassination attempt because it was probably doing something that they didn't like, or he knew too much.
Yeah. And like, what this assassination shows is that people should realize. If y'all notice when United Healthcare, when he got killed, the stock value for the company, it stayed the same for like the next 2-3 days. Like maybe on Thursday or something, it dropped like 5%. But it dropped to like
So should we buy the stock right now?
man, no financial advice here. But like but like it dropped 5%, but like that 5%, like the value that it dropped to was equal to like a value that it was already sitting at about 3-4 weeks ago or something like that. So with insurance companies, when you kill a CEO, it's not gonna. I guess in this situation, people should realize like these companies will spring up another CEO. Like their goal, they don't care who is running the company, because I was reading their earnings report, like. They raked in a whopping like 491. No, not 400. It's like 191 billion dollars in like premiums, but they only paid out about 140 something billion dollars in premium. So at the end of the day, they walked away with 50-ish billion in profits. So that's why killing a CEO is not gonna affect nothing about this company. They're gonna keep doing the same thing over and over and over. So. Yeah, I mean, what solutions do y'all got for insurance? Don't buy it, switch companies, like who?
Say don't buy it, and then you don't have insurance or anything, you're fucked.
Yeah. But it's like when you do have insurance,
You don't need it.
you're still fucked. Like you go to the hospital, it's like, oh, we can't cover this for you. It's like, oh.
It's Canada.
Yeah,
Or Europe.
there's no insurance.
But places like that,
Can't even like
yeah, it's hard as hell to even see somebody months ago. You're still just looking around.
Like,
It's fucking it's healing all weird shit.
Cause like I don't know. I don't think insurance is a thing over in Asia. Like at least in Burma, or like Thai.
You just die.
give me some tea.
Yeah, no, like you will go to the doctors, right? But like you can pay for it. It's not like a crazy. Like I feel like they mark up so high here. Like about like if you like itemize the stuff, it's like $20 for like a pair of gloves or something like that. It's like they mark it up so much that you need insurance to like mark it down so that you can pay for it. Somewhat reasonable.
Wait, you said Thai doesn't have insurance? What about, you remember those
Like
commercials?
health insurance?
Oh, okay, they have life insurance, right? You remember those commercials you saw on YouTube back then? They were like super sad, like they just like tugged at your heartstrings, and at the end it's like, why life insurance for a loved one today? And it's just like, what the? Like they were too good at that marketing. But yeah, I'm not sure if they have health insurance.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, RIP to that guy. There'll be another CEO like next week. Yeah, I mean, it's all about tax bracket. We can sit here and ponder upon why or what happened, but
We're still poor as shit.
we'll never fucking know.
Yeah, he was earning like 20 million a year.
Yeah, he was set to take home about that much, like 15 million this year. So
You never said it time.
I did. Man, well, now the cigar is starting to settle. This one I'm getting like light taste of chocolate, and I don't know, like, alright, so before I smoked this cigar, I ate some tacos. It had onions, cilantro, I had the green, hot sauce, squeezed some lime on it, the pickled carrots, beets, I drank water. But it's making this cigar, y'all, like, I'm tasting chocolate with like an aftertaste of like cilantro.
That's the cilantro too.
That's awesome.
You've been on camera the whole time with the cilantro.
Man.
Your barbacoa, it tastes like barbacoa.
Yeah, man. What about you?
I went to the same restaurant, like tacos. This tastes like hay, cedar, some nuts in my mouth, and yeah, it's a pretty smooth cigar, It's a good one.
No, we don't know. Like, what kind of nuts?
Like almonds or like Brazil nuts,
Say sweaty ones.
The sweaty Brazilian.
I don't know if it's the drink. It's like Malta, but like it's like malt with like a little bit of cedar.
I like that cigar a lot. I never had that size, but it comes with a long snail. It's kind of shaped like this one, which is skinnier but longer. I'd buy one. This Rojas Unfinished Business tastes pretty good so far. It's kind of a sweet taste. It's a little chocolatey, I guess. But very resilient. Definitely a lot of cedar roots.
I don't know what I taste, but I know like it's pretty smooth. It's pretty smooth and
Yeah, he's a new cigar smoker.
That's
So.
how you have to.
Yeah.
If you like it,
What about, does it taste like coffee at all? Like,
smoke. I don't know. Like,
Smoke.
Damn, did you just retro hill? That's crazy.
like espresso or
chocolate tastes usually from the big bar.
Do you have a favorite flavor?
I don't have like a single favorite, but when people ask me that, one cigar always comes to mind. It's like the bowl of Barbacoa. I've only smoked one, but the one time I smoked it, I was just like, right when I lit it up. Like I had that moment.
Yeah. Especially if you have like plume on it.
Extra.
I just every time I clean one of my cigars, I collect it in a jar.
Kind of like Keith.
Yeah. Just snort the plume instead.
Oh,
So like, for the viewers, like, you know, when I first started smoking cigars, I saw some videos online where people were saying if you store your cigars correctly and age them right, you know, the oils and the tobacco, when it collects, it should make like, you know, nice spots on the wrapper, and it's called plume. But this man here, you know, educated me on the fact that there is no such thing as plume. Plume is just mold. And let us know in the comments, y'all. Like, what y'all think?
Is plume
Is
real?
plume real or not? I mean, a lot of people on the internet now, like after that, like yeah, you told me to search like Reddit and stuff. Yeah, everyone is like, bro, there's no scientific evidence of plume at all.
You gotta listen to the science, man. You can't just be like, oh, I did 1,000 years ago that this is good for you, so 1,000 years ago they also did crazy shit, so.
And so, I mean, as the year's coming to an end, what's up, yo? Like, 2024 is over.
225, new me, new crib, new crib.
you gym, you know?
I swear, I think that's when gyms make the most money. It's like January, they get all of their money for the year that month. After January, you just see everyone disappear. And it's back to the same old faces. Maybe like one or two people stay dedicated, but the new year, new me people, it's just...
New Trump here. Good for crypto or illegal immigration.
Wait, good for illegal immigration?
I mean, yeah, because we don't like that. You know? It's like.
Alright.
Bro, I used to be illegal.
He crossed the border like at 3 months.
Wait, what?
My mom was carrying him through the river and shit. Yeah.
True story.
Yeah.
It just threw me in the river. Little baby swimming across the river.
You're like, hey, Bato, why do you want to swim? Come on, hurry up. You fucking swimming down that bitch like Michael Phelps, like.
Yeah. It's crazy. I think there has to be a stop to it eventually. Illegal immigration. Because, you know, I went to Guatemala like 2 weeks ago. And then you see a lot of people from Venezuela there on the street asking for money. And not even Guatemalan people from there. So it's like, United States. Right there, that's cool.
Like, so where are they gonna send them all to? You know.
Back to Venezuela.
So it's just like that one country that they sending everybody back to,
Oh no.
or like
Send them back to their countries.
where they came from.
It's not gonna
Tell
happen.
them,
No,
tell
no,
me,
no.
What are you gonna say?
No, like, how much money is this gonna cost them? Like sending all these people back.
But how much money is it gonna take away?
Yeah, like there's gotta be like, you know,
Not just from sending them back, but I'm saying like from them being here. They're taking
Yeah.
away resources too. Like,
yeah, it's definitely right.
At least starting off, just close the border.
Yeah.
Or try, you know.
Okay, yeah,
That's the first thing.
I agree. How do y'all feel about that? I forgot forgot which state it was, but like they're basically turning everybody into like bounty hunters for like legal immigrants. So like if you report someone and they're illegal immigrants, you get like $1,000 for per person.
Yo, that's crazy.
What's
Yeah.
like,
One Hispanic house would get you 20K.
Y'all would love it.
Oh,
Hey!
His condo, these townhouses right here,
Hey, you wanna call
on
my
fire.
No. Alright. No, ice real quick.
No.
That's y'all.
Yo,
We
yo.
get 50. They're like, no. Just wait on it. Just wait on it.
I mean, with the whole like illegal immigration thing, you know, a lot of people are like, "Oh, Trump is gonna, you know, he's tearing these families apart and stuff like that." And Republicans, you know, they're evil for doing that. But I saw videos that, you know, like I went back and looked at like speeches from like Hillary Clinton and like other Democrats, and they were like, you know, oh, all these illegals here are causing crime, and we need to crack down on them. So it's like, you know, it's all an agenda, yo. Like, I think both sides pretty much want the same thing, but you know, at a certain point in time, like they gotta seem like they're on opposite end of the agenda. It's a dog and pony show, you know. Like, oh, what side are you gonna vote for? But at the end of the day, the agenda is like there's one goal that they're all trying to reach in those white buildings.
New world order.
More money.
I don't think America could afford to get rid of the immigrants, unfortunately.
So
Because
yeah,
they've basically become the new modern slaves. If you look at all the farms in the Midwest, who are the ones,
Accepting them.
yeah.
Yeah, they just become the new farm hands and stuff.
It's a secret. It's an open secret that Americans know, but they don't want to accept. It's because no one else in America is going to be doing that farm work for the amount of money that they get.
Yeah, that's very true, man.
How are they going to secure the border? I mean, the border's so long, and then there's always, every time there's a new way of securing something, humans find a way to bypass that security, right? So I don't know if you've seen videos of the tunnels that the Mexicans build underground, or the guys that build like submarines and they go to the ocean to get to the other
The
side.
true criminals are gonna cross the border.
They're gonna find a way.
Yeah.
And if
And I think the main solution for this was something I heard like a few years ago. It's going to be like a union, but with Canada, like United States and Mexico. So basically, it's going to be like the North American Union. And so everybody's going to have like this certain ID that where they can just cross the border. But at least they're tracking the person. They know who that person is. Like that person has like committed crimes or like murdered somebody. And they're on file. That's the main issue. Like, you don't know who's coming in, who's dangerous or not. So I think that's a step forward into at least knowing, hey, if we deport this guy for murdering somebody, like, what is he doing here again? Deport him. Like, and there's gonna be other guys that are just here just to work, just work hard and they pay their taxes, and that's also beneficial too.
Yeah, but it's just the unknown, You don't know which person you're looking at. That's the problem. That's why there needs to be more regulations. Like, there's no problem with letting people in. The problem is what kind of person you're letting, Like, of course, the economy would do better and America would do better if we let more good people in, but when it comes to illegal immigration, you don't know who's coming in. It could be murderers, could be gang members. I look at certain places like Chicago, all the immigrants that went there, they're savages. When's your marathon coming up?
December 3rd.
Oh, it's coming up. Here, you doing it?
It's too bad.
Oh man!
Like at 7 a.m.
All right, y'all, we are back in.
It's gonna be so cold.
Brutal, man.
Oh, yeah.
It hurts thinking about it.
Yeah, they're talking about running a half marathon. So like, why do you like running, man? Like, what is the? What's the appeal for you when it comes to running? Like, you
We
know,
were born to run, you know? Nah, I've been running my whole life. It's just from soccer
so you've
as a
been
kid.
you've been a pussy your whole life.
Nah, I've been running from soccer, and it's just like, it just feels good, you know? It's like it's like a meditation in a way. Like after like mile 3, you just like, you know, when you get in the zone in any sport, basketball, soccer, it's like you just fixate it and like just narrow down, and it just feels good, you know. And yeah, it's like meditation, makes you feel good, it keeps you healthy, right? So,
Yeah.
that's why I run.
I mean, definitely. Smoking all these cigars, make sure y'all out there balance your life, man. Smoke cigars, but find something else to help your lifestyle. So, for someone who's like, let's say someone wants to get into running for the first time, what would be your like advice to them? Like, how would you start? Because
See, most people start and give up because they do too much. They want to run a 5K, right? And they start running a mile or 2 miles. And from my experience, like when I've gotten injured and I've had to sit out for a while and have to come back, like you start out half a mile every other day. You know, do that for a week, 2 weeks. It's gonna be boring. That's why most people don't do it, because you're just gonna run for like 5 minutes, and then that's it. But that's all you gotta do. Run 5 minutes every other day, and then just bump it up the following week to 1 mile, and just gradually do it. Because if not, you're gonna get injured. That injury is gonna set you back, and you're just gonna give up altogether, right? So go slowly, be patient. Yeah, that's my advice. You can't rush it because you can't rush running. You're gonna get injured.
I mean, apart from like that advice, like, you know, I see a lot of clips of people teaching people how to run. Like, there has to be a technique too, right? Like, what is the breathing technique that like runners use to like, you know, when you run and you get that terrible like ache and cramp in like your, what's that, your kidney or liver or something, that pain, or it's not even.
Yeah.
It's like
apparently-
a muscle or something.
Yeah, apparently it's not even. I used to think it was the liver, but apparently it's like trapped air or something like that. And like your muscle, it can't like hold that air pocket, so it's trying to like expand, but it can't because it's expanding against like an air pocket or something like that. Like, what is your like technique that you can instill upon the viewers and me?
I get those if I eat too soon before running. I always get those cramps. Like, I have to. I gotta wait like 2 to 3 hours after I eat to run. Because if not, it's just a bad run. I don't know. It's just I feel like lethargic and I get those cramps. So I wish I could just like eat and then like go run, right?
I heard to make that go away, you have to do like a double inhale technique.
Oh, yeah.
That's happening. So you do like a double, you're running and then go.
But don't they like run like that naturally or no?
When I start getting like in the zone, like that's when I start breathing that way. At the beginning, just breathing normally, but then that double inhale actually gives you more oxygen in your system. But supposedly it makes this go away. So okay. And I was trained for a marathon like 10 years ago for the Miami marathon. I was running like 17, 18 miles, and I remember I got injured. I stepped on a pine cone.
I destroyed his ankle.
Oh my god.
No, my calf muscle just like, I don't know, spazzed out. I couldn't run it anymore. Because I was running during the fall and there was like leaves on the trail. And then I didn't see the pine cone under the leaves. And then, but yeah, running, like for me, I don't get runner's high until like the 6th mile. So it takes me a while to get runner's high, you know. But
Yeah.
after that, it's easy. You just feel like your mind and your body's on auto, you know, it just keeps on moving.
Yeah, runner's high is a thing, but most people don't get to that because
I've never gotten to it.
you gotta start running like 3, 4, 5 miles.
I
you
get
know?
runner sickness. I start running, and I'm just like,
I'm sick of this shit.
yeah, I'm sick of this shit. Like, how do people enjoy this?
Yeah, man. Because I remember I used to a long time ago. I just wanted to try running, and me and him would go to our local, like, track by a school, and we started running, and I think we just wanted to do like 2 miles. We just like 8 laps around the track, and
You're dying.
I couldn't even fucking like. I was like dying. I was like, man, what is this? Just 8 times around the track, and I couldn't even like make it. I was like, damn. Yeah, running is. I guess it's true, like you said. You gotta be patient and take your time.
What about you for exercise? What's your like main thing? Like I know you go to the gym like almost every day, but what's like your thing at the gym?
That's it, man. Like that's all I do is just lift weights. That's it.
What's your exercise
Like my
of choice?
splits. Like when I first started, I used to do like legs, push, pull, and that would be like a 6-day split. So 2 days legs, 2 days push, 2 days pull. For the viewers that don't know what that means, legs is you do legs exercise. Push is like like your chest, triceps, shoulders, those exercises. And then pull is for your biceps, back, and so I used to do that for like a good I want to say like 1.5 or 2 years. And then I got into undergrad, and then I met this dude. He was like a freak of nature. I mean, he was probably like 5'4", 5'5", maybe like 160, 170. He was benching like 300-400 pounds, deadlifting like 5, squatting like 4 something. And then he just saw me working out. He's like, yo, you should try like this split, like the full body workout. And I asked him why, and he was like, well, you do a full body workout every day. It's like you're pumping more volume into every single muscle group. And like I used to think I used to do splits like legs push pull is because I wanted my legs to have like a day or 2 in between the next time I hit legs. But when he told me to do that, I tried it, and I've been on it for like the past 4 years now or something like that, and I found like the most like growth, and like not like aesthetic wise, like I'm not getting any more jacked or anything, because I don't know, I think I'm not deep enough into like working out. Like I'm not researching like, oh, what supplements I need to take, or what I need to eat, or what steroids I should take.
What's your like max bench?
The last time I tried was 245. And then recently I maxed out on the squats at like 315. And then the last time I maxed on deadlifts was 345.
You weigh like 110, right?
Fuck you.
What is it called?
I weigh like 145.
Okay. Wow, huge difference.
You're gonna have these viewers over here like, oh man, we're gonna get that guy.
They're like, damn, that dude's 110. All of those dudes are like 5'3".
Yeah, but yeah, I just keep it pretty simple. I lift weights for like just for health, longevity. That's it. I'm not trying to compete or nothing. Yeah. What about you, man? You beat people up for a living.
Yeah, I do MMA, jiu-jitsu, and judo, Muay Thai for my exercise and stuff like that. I haven't lifted, honestly, in like 7 months. I need to start lifting again. But it's just, I don't know. I used to lift a lot growing up because I played just a lot of different sports. And I don't know, I just got tired of it. Same repetition. I need some sort of like competition,
I remember when I went to your house to lift with you one time. You were lifting crazy. You benched like 315.
Yeah, like I could bench 315 by the time I was like 16. Yeah, I was already benching like 225 when I was like 8th grade. I swear, bro. Like I was always just throwing up numbers. But eventually, my shoulder blew out because I played football. and I got caught in a couple wrong tackles, and I dislocated my shoulder. And I was being a hard ass, and I put it back myself. I completely tore my label. So I have 4 screws in my right shoulder now.
Oh.
That's permanent.
Does that affect you at all? Like,
It hurts sometimes, but at the same time, I just think to myself, like, you stop doing this. Like most people, they would probably just, oh, don't do, like a doctor would probably tell you, like, don't do anything. But honestly, I feel like that's the worst advice you can give someone, because once you stop doing something, that joint or that area in your body locks up, you know. If your body realizes and it adapts to whatever situation you put it in, so if you don't ever use that anymore, then you start getting weak, you know. Like, I feel fine, but just sometimes it hurts. Which is understandable. Just like screws in my shoulder.
I got knee surgery, and actually going like lifting weights helps.
Yeah.
Pain, like I haven't had pain since like February when I started going to the gym, so it's like beneficial to like any serious injury.
One of the worst things you could do is stop blood circling through those areas. You know, like you need the new cells, new blood flowing through those areas for it to repair itself, for it to stay constantly growing, or constantly getting better. That's why you see most old people, they don't die from their age, they die with the lack of movement. Like you see these people who get older, so they just sit around all day, don't even leave the house, don't get no sunlight.
fall down and die.
Yeah, literally, a simple fall that you've fallen thousands of times when you were a little kid. It's nothing.
Yeah.
You've jumped from the fucking jungle gym off of it, and it's nothing. But the fact that most people get older and they don't do anything. Like, imagine 50, you grow to be 73. Most people stop exercise after high school. Imagine 50 plus years of no exercise, no movement. You fall, you die. You're dying.
Right, one of the craziest things to think about is when is the last time you're going to be able to jump, just jump, like
Yeah.
a normal jump.
Some
Now people
don't
get to
know.
that age
Yeah.
that where you can't jump anymore. You're just that old and just too weak to not even be able to jump. That's a simple as movement, but then you lose the capacity to do it after a while, you know.
Yeah, like one of the craziest things about like, I don't know, society in general, it's like people at school, you know, would see me hit the gym, and then they'll be like, man, you know, like I'm trying to get my health together and all this stuff, like, you know, how do you do it? How do you hit the gym? And I'm telling them like, man, the gym is just one form of exercise. That's just one type of healthy lifestyle, you know, like you don't have to go to the gym to get movements. You can be in your dorm room. You know, for college students, be in your dorm room, get a yoga mat, and just do yoga or like calisthenics or what else? What do they call plyometric exercises like every day. And you know, that's still like a form of movement. Like you're just trying to, you know, strengthen and condition your joints and ligaments for like daily life and beyond that even. And I don't know, people, you know, they'll find any excuse to not do exercise, even when you give them an easy, you know, method of exercise to do. And
It's hard. I still find excuses, you know. It's like,
but at least you run.
yeah,
You know what? That's tough, man. That's tough.
It's just like, man, this cool.
Boy, David Goggins saved you right now. Boy, David Goggins saved you right now.
Oh, damn. I thought he was saying motherfuckers.
Dropped the wrong F-bomb.
Your mom came to this country, she crossed the border, and you can't fucking run?
Yeah, there we
That's literally
go.
what you got.
Yeah.
There we go.
This man was carried in a potato sack, bro. on a stick, bro. You're gonna let your family go down like this, bro? You're not gonna fucking run anymore. You're gonna let your brother go out like that? He's not dead yet, but.
Yo, she like probably drowned you for like a second.
She was thinking about it. She was like struggling. She was like,
I bet you, bro.
Man, what up?
That's a very real thing, too, though.
that.
That's a happens.
A person we know crossed the border as well, and they were in like the desert area. Across
Oh,
the
that's the
border.
worst, yeah.
They had no water. She was like passing out and stuff, and like the coyote like gave her some.
Well, she messed up her ankle. Also, she twisted her ankle,
Okay.
and she was having a hard time keeping up. And the coyote actually went and gave her some, I think, cocaine or whatever. she got back on it, man. It's like
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
just
like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's survival at that point. It's not for you to get high and get fucked up. It's for you to get your ass up and keep moving. If you sit here, you're dead.
and you see the indigenous people like in Bolivia, Peru, they chew on coke leaves because that keeps you like motivated all day to do like really hard work. And so it has its benefits, but I feel like once you abuse something for too long, it just it causes damage, you know, more than anything.
That's anything, you know. You drink too much water, you can still die.
Everything in moderation, y'all. If you smoke 10 cigars a day, well, smoke 20 cigars a day.
10 is crazy.
10 is already crazy.
To me, smoking 5, the most I ever smoked one day was 6. And that was insane. I woke up the next morning, I was like, ah. To me, I think that if you're gonna do it, I think 3 is like the most I would recommend.
I only have time for one.
Yeah. To be honest, I honestly, this last month or so, I've only smoked cigars when I came here. So I've only smoked like 4 cigars.
Well, like an addict with cigars. It's like,
Drive around with a cigar like that. Everywhere I go, I'm like Tony Soprano.
Judo match.
Yeah. That's like a real anime thing. Like right before I go to the tournament, you put the cigar down.
if they made an anime about cigars, that shit would be pretty good.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Like you put your cigar down and you submit the guy before the cigar even goes out. Like you pick it back up and you're back to puffing and you're like, damn, you guys are beast. But how about you, man? You what you do for your healthy lifestyle? You like to hike. You like to hike, man.
Yeah.
Tell them about that. Like, what's the
Seeing
What
the
do you-
beautiful nature, you know, it's like it takes your mind away. You don't even really feel like you're working out. Like you know, when I do hike with my family, so we'll go for like the whole day. You know, it's like 7-hour hike, 10-hour hike, and like you don't really feel anything because it's so beautiful. You know, it's like so much to see. It's like, damn, this shit is worth it. You know, I feel like running, like you're just going, just to go. You know, it's like you're not. There's like nothing for you to see. It's just like, oh, I love the feeling. You know, but it's like hiking. It's
hey,
like,
we listen, we don't judge.
yeah, we listen, we don't judge. You're
Okay,
right.
like, talk about yourself, man. Stop talking.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's like there's like a a factor to it, I guess, that gets your mind away from the hard labor, I guess, of like getting to that view, or like it's like there's got to be a goal, at the end. I was like, besides that, I started doing like fasting, because fasting is like good for you, because like your body was your genetics, I guess, like human genetics were made to go for like a period of time without eating, and then you have that break fast, it's like you break your fast with your first meal of the day. So I feel like I'm trying to incorporate that more into my life. So like, I don't know, like 16 hours without eating, and then 8 if I do my math right. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's like a routine that it's easy to follow. Like at first, you'll be hungry, during the day, but like the more you do it, the more you don't think about it. It's like you feel more energized when you don't eat that often.
It's true, like, I fucked up my wrist, like, I do kettlebell training, so I fucked up my wrist, like, I don't know, like maybe 5-6 months ago, and I tried doing, like, wrist exercises in, like a bucket of rice or whatever, and it wasn't getting better, and I did a 3-day fast. I think it was a dry fast, no food, no water. At the end of those 3 days, my wrist was just, like, better than before, it was crazy.
I heard like it like cleanse out damaged cells and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it's like a great refresher for the body. Like, a lot of religion, they have like a fasting period and stuff. So it's like beneficial for
I fasted for 3 days.
How's that? I've never done dry fast.
Second day was the hardest. Third day I was like, alright, and then I was like, alright, time to eat. Let's go eat. I was craving pho after that, right? And the pho tasted. It was the shittiest pho I've had. I was like, man, it wasn't even worth it. Like, I should have done one more day of fasting or something. It was, I thought even shitty food would taste good,
Right.
But no.
You're like, I just wasted it.
Yeah, I just wasted it.
I think 3 days is good, but once you go past that, you should definitely get like blood work or something like that. You try to do a 7-day dry fast or something like that.
I know someone who did like 20 something days.
Yeah.
Dry fast?
Dry fast, yeah.
Don't you like die eventually if you don't drink water? Or like I can understand food.
Like, they don't-
water.
20 something days of dry fast.
Holy moly!
I heard
Like,
it's
they didn't even
possible.
drink like bone broth, nothing.
Let's see.
The thing is, you do a 3-day.
Father.
Oh my gosh.
He's done like crazy fast.
He's like, I'm fasting. He goes to his room, he's fucking eating chips.
The thing about dry fast is weird, but like you do 3 days dry fast, and you think you're not gonna piss that whole time, but you're still pissing. And the thing is, because in the cellular respiration, right, you produce water when you burn off energy, right? So your body is actually producing water within itself, and that's why you're still pissing out water during that whole time. I mean, the fact that you have in your body contains byproduct is water, so it's actually regenerating within you.
Like all that glycogen stores and like the brown fat stores in your body, like your cells are just trying to like break it all down for whatever nutrients and energy that you have to try to, I guess, maintain the healthy cells.
Yeah. You know, the Bible talks about fasting a lot too, and they knew what they were doing, man. They were like living a simpler lifestyle, and people think like the Bible's so old, these people have outdated information, but they're the same humans that exist today. We're the same people, but we just have fancier shit, better technology, but we're still just humans.
We haven't changed much in the last couple thousand years. Like, you look at evolution, it takes millions plus, you know? We're the same genetic makeup as the people during the Roman times, you know? So the fact that our diets and our environments changed so much in the last 100 years alone, you can't keep up, you know? You can't keep up to the constant fast-paced lifestyle, the constant indulgence of food, other things. Our brains are getting fried.
I feel like, man, it's fucked up, you know?
I think it's this phenomenon called information overload, right? So you're absorbing so much information throughout the day on the internet, from the news, from everything, that it's making us crazy. I feel like AI might like help us with that, maybe. Like we don't have to
Sort out the information that you really need to know and that you don't need.
it just works for you, and you don't have to like waste your mind on that stuff anymore. So that might be beneficial to humans.
I used to be bad at that as a kid. I used to just want to obtain knowledge, but all the most random knowledge possible. I used to love looking at facts. So it could have been like facts about orangutans or the pyramids, you know, just anything. And then eventually you realize, like, you're going to die and you'll never know everything, you know? It's like you really have to pick what you really want and focus your time on that.
Well, it seems like we're all about to be done with the cigars, but so an update for y'all, like the second third of this barbacoa, I got more of like a mild like chocolate taste, and then this on the finish, it's like y'all know if y'all ate like an orange and y'all like eat that orange seed, it's like that weird citrus bitter taste, or I don't know, like do bitters in like an old fashioned taste, kind of like that.
Yeah, you could say that. It's
Like that's what it kind of tastes like.
yeah, it has that like bitterness.
Yeah, bitterness to it. And now on this last third, it's like that bitterness is more accentuated underneath the chocolate, but I'm also getting a note of like a vanilla mixed with like some cardamom. So it's like a really, maybe like, I don't know, a really expired orange creamsicle. Like, it's not pleasant, but at least it doesn't taste terrible. You know, like in the perspective of a cigar. Like, of course, I don't expect this to taste like a fresh creamsicle out the freezer, but like, it's not too bad. Pretty solid. So overall, I give this cigar like a 6.5
It's
out
pretty
of
good.
10.
You revisit it again.
Yeah, I revisit this again. Like, it's above average. You know,
You want to buy a box.
I probably would not buy a box.
Wait, so since it's like barbacoa, do they have like other flavors? That
There's-
are
there's-
masala?
There's
Okay.
there's barbacoa and then carnitas, I think. And those are the two. Barbacoa is the darker shade, and the carnitas are the lighter wrapper.
The lighter wrapper might
I think the barbacoa to me is
better one.
I can't really remember. I smoked some cigar. And when cigars are like that average to above average level, it's easy to forget, you know, because eventually you're gonna smoke so many cigars, you're like, holy shit, like these are the ones where it just overshadows everything else. What about that one? Oh yeah,
The second, third stayed about the same, like the nuttiness,
no transition.
no transition, and then the final third, it like it fell apart. Like I just taste like hay and mud or something.
What do you think?
Man. Well, I'm not drinking the malt anymore, so it doesn't taste like malt. But burnt wood is like the closest thing, maybe. But I mean, pretty similar to all the other cigars I've smoked. Maybe since I'm newer, I can't really pick up the notes yet, but yeah.
But is it good to you? Or would you smoke it again?
Yeah, I smoke anything again, to be honest. But like, yeah, it's cool. I can't. If you tell me to, tell the difference between this one and the last one I smoked, yeah, like at the beginning, I think like the flavor, it's a little different. But like near the ending, it's all start tasting like smoke, and,
That
like
makes sense.
a little more burnt flavor, I guess.
Okay, hold your thought. Let me restart
Damn, y'all almost done.
All right.
that. All right, we back. All right, so how's your cigar?
Cigar actually got better as it went on. The light chocolate in the first third kind of developed and became the overall note that I got, and the wittiness / nuttiness kind of went away. There's just kind of a lot of chocolate. I'd rate the cigar probably a good 7. Like I would swim it again. I'd buy a 5-pack of this, but I wouldn't buy more.
Okay, pretty good. What about you, Mister?
It's a little new, but I think this is the first cigars I actually got notes from. And the first third was like really smooth, easy to smoke. The second third, I started getting all those flavors that we were talking about, that coffee, kind of like a caramel creaminess to it. Towards the end, maybe like a vanilla. I'm like,
Okay. Damn.
I don't know.
The crazy thing with cigars is like food, everyone could eat the same thing, and you could taste something different. Someone might love it, someone might hate it.
Like, I think we should do like an episodes like
We all smoke the same.
yeah, at a point where like all 5 of us just smoke the same cigar, same vitola, everything. The only difference is like I might cut mine like a V cut, you cut yours like guillotine. Or... We can even keep the cuts the same too, and then like we'll tell them, okay, before we smoke, we might have ate something different, or we ate the same thing, and let's see what like flavors we get. And I think that will help them too. Like if 4 or 5 people at the same time give like a rating, they can get an idea. Like, maybe that cigar is not good. Like, or maybe that cigar is good.
Yeah, if we all think it's good, then
Yeah.
that's a
Then that cigar can go into the Hall of Fame of cigars. Like, so how about that like crazy? I don't know.
How about that Stargate?
But that Stargate was
Yeah, let us in. Like, I know a little bit of it, but like, I haven't like stepped toes in it, I guess.
yeah, it's just like we want to do an episode. Maybe the next episode is gonna be like getting deep into this subject. But the main reason why I thought about Stargates as a conspiracy was that in 2017 I had a spiritual like awakening happen to me, and it was crazy. But my spirit came out of my body. I was teleported into outer space. And the weird thing was that, like, I wanted to see different parts of space, right? Like I could fly around anywhere, but I could use the stars to teleport to different points of the universe. Of like, who do I want to go to that star? I'll get in one star and then go out in a different star and then go to a different star. I would just teleport everywhere, right? And like before this, I didn't even think about Stargates or anything. But once this happened, I was like, man, like sci-fi episodes, like sci-fi movies and everything, talk about Stargates, about teleporting and stuff. And I was like, what if it's not BS, but there is a way to teleport by harnessing maybe some kind of power from the stars. I don't really know how it would work, but just the fact that this happened to me and during my spiritual awakening made me think that maybe it's not BS. Maybe there's some truth behind Stargates, and then I don't know what you know about it.
I mean, so like the only thing I know is right. There's like places on Earth where like there's like lines, right? Like ley lines or something like that, and where like the lines intersect on Earth is where like there's like more energy or something like that, and then like on like the globe, right? All the places that have like intersecting lines, there's like either pyramids or like like big like structures, I guess.
Yeah.
So I feel like there might be something, because how do all these civilizations across the globe randomly build buildings on top of these like lines on the earth, and they're like the most recent one was going over to like what I think Iraq or something like that, like 2010 something like that. Like the war wasn't about oil, it was because they found like a Stargate there or something like that. They're like trying to cover it up before people started experimenting with that, I guess. But like conspiracy, TikTok information, take it.
The grain of salt.
Yeah, take it with a grain of salt, because I have.
I saw this shit online.
Yeah, I saw this shit online, so I'm not sure.
There's a cigar that named Target.
Yeah.
And we know the guy.
Really?
Maybe we should interview him. He probably knows something about it too, and do like a podcast.
He has a cigar named Stargate.
Yeah.
We all spoke
We
the
met
Cigar
him at-
Stargate.
Public house.
Yeah.
Somehow. I'll be laughing. We asked him, like, hey, you have a cigar named Stargate, like, about that conspiracy theories? Like, what are you talking about?
It's like Stargates.
So I just named it
It's a cool
Stargate.
name.
It's just a cool name. Yeah.
Fucking weirdo.
And I heard that conspiracy about the Iraq war, that it was actually about
Yeah.
Stargate. And I saw somebody said in a comment, like, watch the movie Stargate from 1994, and that's what the Iraq war is about. So I started watching the movie, only got 10 minutes into the movie, but it starts off like 8,000 years ago. There's like some aliens show up like in ancient like Mesopotamia, because that's where like supposedly where we language was first formed, or writing cuneiform tablets or whatever. So maybe, I don't know, we should watch that movie and see what we get out of it.
Alright,
I heard
y'all.
that movie is
That's a good point right there.
That's the homework. Y'all out there, go watch that movie, and the next time we come back, we're going to discuss it. So y'all ain't lost. Stargate from what? 1994. 1994. Alright.
So like,
Our one subscriber, come on, watch it.
Yeah.
please.
Mom, please watch it. Let me know if you liked it.
like, so like, how did you like, get that spiritual awakening though? That's what I want to know. Like, was it like
Let's
out of
keep
nowhere?
let's keep that for the.
That's a
next
long
pod.
story,
Oh,
bro.
that's a long story.
Let's keep this for the next
Oh.
pod.
Well, all I want to say is that there were no psychedelic drugs involved. It was just.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not a drug guy, so it's like, yeah.
All right, you heard that? Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah.
And see you next time.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Later, y'all.